I want to talk with you today about one of my favorite customer success stories, and particularly around this case study we just did for the Newton Group. And what they are a call center that helps folks get all the timeshares that they thought was a great idea at the time, but they need to get out of now, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. Let's get down into the actual case study. I'll put a link in the comments for this. And what we did with them is we found out, what are the needs, what are all the apps that they use, and what are their challenges. One of the big challenges they have is being a call center, it's a high turnover position. So they need to be able to present for folks with the data they need, but in a limited fashion as possible so it's easy for them to do and limit the mistakes they have. So we found out, hey, they use Go High Level for their CRM, Five9 for their telephony software, and took all that and built their dream workflow. And as a result of that, it's built a consistent process for them that allows them to save time and reduce errors. So particularly around the process of handling inbound calls and be able to then be able to take those calls and allow those agents to deal with those calls in a way that doesn't require them to know a lot about their CRM data and give them a limited data set. So we work with them on, Glances works really well as a browser extension, so it's always available in any app you go into, but it also works as a standalone app. So for them, we help them configure Five9 to do a screen pop that opens up Glances and default searches. So if I move my head over on the other side, it defaults searches, this is the lower left corner here, based off the inbound phone number. Now, because they use Zapier behind the scenes, when that call comes in, they created that record in Go High Level with Zapier automatically. So they were able to then see and look up whoever called immediately. And for a reason, if it didn't work out that way and the record didn't exist, they would have an action here to be able to create that contact as well. But however they do it, they'd be able to get to a contact form with a limited data set that they needed to process this phone call, reducing the number of fields, reducing that overwhelming feeling, and make it easy to train the new call center folks as they turn over, right? And what this has been able to do is it took a complicated process and simplified it to match the streamlined performances they needed, as quoted by Jacob in the upper left here. And without it, before this, there were a lot of confusions, a lot of training issues, a lot of processing issues that caused problems for the sales team to then take those leads and convert them, right? And so now, as a result of this, they're able to process a ton of calls every week. So if we look at the results in the middle here, we're doing over 9,200 customer lookups, 9,200 inbound calls and pop-ups every week. And based off of those calls, they're able to do 2/3 of those result in updating records in their CRM for that lead. So getting all the information they need, how many timeshares they have, how much are they currently spending a month, and just a list of stuff that's reduced the gist of what the call center needs to handle in order for the sales team to be equipped, and be able to then give them the ability to schedule calls with their sales team, right? And as Jacob has quoted up in the bottom of this PDF here, ended up being a huge game changer for them. So I did a post, I think last week, doing the math on this lookup right here, the 9,200 lookups, 6,500 updates a week. And if you were to take an all-in cost of a call center agent, just roughly being $100 an hour, and that could be high or low, whatever it is, and you're just saving a minute on each one of those interactions. That adds up to near $2 million a year in efficiency gains doing that, and quite possibly it could be much more than that for the time that's required to look up that data, but also the errors being eliminated because of this process. So take a look at the document in the comments below. This is something we do with everybody. We work with you to figure out your apps, what's your ideal dream workflow that you want, and get that to work and pull that out for you so that you guys are flying as well. So give me a holler.